What up, YouTube? It's your boy Sleek back with another video, and today we're reacting to Lil Tjay is making flop history. Listen, bro, karma gonna come around. One shorty that's always gonna spin the block. Just the way that he handled certain situations in the past is catching up to him, but we're gonna get into that. But before we do, go ahead and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side from Noti Squad. We hit 1K and we on our way to 10K now, you know what I'm saying? So let's see what this video hitting for. Let go.
What's poppin', y'all? A couple of weeks ago, I would say a month ago, I made some comments on the Swaley album that dropped that I'm holding off because I've been consistently listening to that album. But I said something along the lines of his album would be DOA. But an album that was actually DOA was Dead on Arrival, Lil Tjay's most recent album. And you're probably like, yo, Lil Tjay released an album? Yes, he did.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I didn't even know that he... I didn't even know he did drop the album. I didn't know that he dropped the album because I was looking for new music, and when I went to look at damn shit. All right, I gotta stop cursing. All right, when I went to go look up new releases, his album did not show up. I'm not gonna hold you. It may be a distribution problem, but I did not know. Maybe he just dropped it before I was looking. I don't know, but I did not see it. I did not hear anything until I seen him begging for people to react to his album and stuff like that. And it's kind of weird because you kind of sharded on a bunch of streamers and stuff, and you kind of put a bad taste in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why you expected everything to be all cool and stuff like that, and then to just do everything that you wanted them to do, but this is obviously not that game.
He most definitely released an album, and I just found out about it. I expect myself to know that something like this is going to happen for several reasons, but the way that I found out about this was it got posted, and it was quite embarrassing because Lil Tjay's story is just him tagging every streamer that you can think of that's popular and saying, hey man, react to my album. So he hits up, he has DDG. He says, react to that album, boy, at DDG. Might as well react to TOO, the album 2. He uses it right the second time. Since we cool now, at Plagboy Max. And then where that reaction at Neon Sing. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. And if you look at, there's something a little bit odd because this album released like 5 days ago, released on May 1st. And you see some, like, it's what I would expect on YouTube. The audios, you're like, okay, 70K, 20K, 15K, that's what you would expect. Keep in mind, Lil Tjay is independent. I am grading him on the independent scale. We grade on a curve. I know some people are very unfair, and they don't like TJ on top of that. So they're still grading him by the numbers he was doing back then. No, that's not fair. That's not cool. Well, it is cool, but it's not fair. And we try to be a little bit fair here. But you see, you go down a little bit and you're like, wait, hold on.
These views is a little bit crazy though. Like, damn, son. Now, there are some, obviously, like, the music videos going crazy. But it's like, okay, 24K, 15K, 13K. Then you got 1K, 800, 800, 900. It's like, are those songs not even, you feel me? What's going on with these 3 songs is what I want to know. Well, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, because it kind of do a little crazy though. But from what I'm seeing right now, it was just dropped 3 days ago. This video dropped a day ago, so 4 days ago. It's not that bad. You feel me? For an independent person, it's not that bad. So I wouldn't shit on him for that, because even my views isn't there for me to be even shitting on somebody when they're getting way more views than I am. So,
oh, what? This got 884 views? Dear God Almighty. This one got 882 views. That's odd. And it all says 3 days ago. That's really odd. So,
but look at everything else though.
They ain't buy ads for this one. They ain't
now look at this. Maybe the way it is either this is the start of the album, and then this is the end, or this is the end and this is the start, because 74K, 20K, 16K, and then you got 9. Then you got 24K, 15K, 13K, then 1,000. You feel me? So I feel like maybe they just didn't like, took off, ain't too many, and bad wrist. I don't know, maybe. But they liked everything else because those is going crazy, especially the most viewed, which is Do What I Can. I don't know whether that's the intro or not, but usually the intros have the most views because that's the first song that they listen to. before they go off. Now, Gone, which has 24K, has 115K. He's dropping. He got 115K in the first 3 days. Out of all of these, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 8 plus 2, 10, 11. 11 videos he dropped that day. His biggest video is 115K. His second video, biggest video is 74. Then you got 20K, 16K, 13K, 15K, 24. I mean,
I don't know. He's definitely working with
all in one day.
Something, because the numbers would probably be even lower than that. But there are a couple of different things going on here, and I just had to tweet, and I said the following: if Lil Tjay wasn't such a jack and actually built relationships, he wouldn't have to be publicly embarrassing himself, begging for reaction.
Yeah, it ain't just that, because Playboi Carti did some fuck shit before he dropped his album. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just a popularity thing.
So inflated by the major label marketing that he had, and I can tell you this because the album that he released before he went independent, it was 222. Yeah, the one before he got dropped, because Columbia really cleaned house. Actually, no, he dropped Farewell before he left the label. But that album, he was completely out of touch with everything going on in the game.
Yeah,
he was in his own island.
And that's talking about you didn't know who Platboy Max is, but you went to his crib though. Like, for somebody whose head is always on a swivel and you always, you know what I'm saying, on point, that was such a not on point thing to do, is go to somebody's crib you have no idea whose it is. Like, come on, bro.
That album did okay based off of his previous album, because the previous album was destined to win, and that was the one that had Call in My Phone. So that was 2021. And like I said, rappers, they are the last ones to get the news that they fell off, and then when they realize that they fell off, it's too late to get back on. So 2022, when he's recording that album, he thinks he's hot-ish. He's, going outside. Every time he's going outside, he's getting booked. But otherwise, he's, on his dolly or with his, small crew. But now, fast forward, it's been 3 years since then. And when 222 dropped, people weren't really checking for Lil Tjay like that. And especially now that he's independent, look at Fabio Foreign. They were on the same label. How's Fabio Foreign doing? Ugh. And I said, now that he's independent and him being unlikable, because we haven't heard any good news about Lil Tjay, to be fair, other than, well, we'll get into that in a moment. The only thing that can get him back up is a hit song, and that's unlikely. Because for Lil Tjay to get a hit song, he's going to have to do the most, as in he's going to have to drop a banger, he's going to have to be on TikTok constantly promoting the banger, and he's going to have to catch fire on that banger, and then probably sign a distribution deal or something for it to take it to the next level. And Lil Tjay's...
Listen, you're independent with money, bro. Let's put it there. So you already got a head start of most independent artists out there. What I would say, you have your project. You got your project out already. Now you pick a single that you want to boost. You make content on that video. Use TikTok, bro. Stop acting like you're an old head. You're young. You're like, what, 24? Just turned 25? You just turned 25, gang. You're not old. You're not old. You're not young. I mean, you are young. You're not an old head that don't know how to use social media because you've been doing it. Get on TikTok. Start making content on your song to promote your song. You don't got to go on what's Off the Radar. You don't got to have the ukulele dude play your song. But if so, you done it before, do it again. But you got to be creative, bro. You acting like you too good for, you could just, unless your music is where it speaks for itself and you that tough to where streamers are gonna want to react to your stuff, which you already put a bad taste in their mouth, so they're probably not gonna do that. You gotta do stuff yourself, gang. I'm sorry. You don't got the label push no more. You don't got Pop behind you, you know what I'm saying, pushing your stuff like that. You don't got Boogie. What? You never had Boogie. Let's put it there. But I'm just saying, like, bro, you gotta put in some work, dog. Make some content around your stuff.
A too cool for school
easy
type guy that's not going to put in all that effort to get a hit.
All this stuff you're doing right here, you could be doing that.
Because, if you drop a hit and
when Chris Brown dropped It Depends, it was literally just him sitting in the studio and he recorded a snippet of him just listening to it, just vibing out before it came out. Boom. Then he came out with a TikTok dance. Boom. You got somebody who's 36 years old
hear it, did you really drop a hit? And that's the situation that he's in. And I said he tried to capitalize on the shooting situation with Offset, and it's brilliant. Like, the guy just got into an incident with Offset.
This
the
is not
press is talking
2019,
about
bro.
him. His name is everywhere. He just got arrested. He's walking out of jail the next day, and he drops an album in a timely fashion. He drops music where he's probably talking about it in some capacity, and we still didn't hear a peep about it until now. That's how you know it's a disaster, because he did everything right, and we still didn't hear about it.
No, he didn't
And
do
I said
everything
the
right.
biggest ick you can give people when it comes to music is begging them to listen to it. And this is amplified if
That's
the,
facts,
the
though.
more popular that the person is or has been, the more amplified the ick is. So if Lil Tjay's telling people, yo, react to my stuff, you're like, ugh. Like, we're supposed to, your music is just supposed to find us.
Like, this is like too, like I said before to one of my homies, this is like too rare going on TikTok and the TikTok comments and seeing everybody do the Camden bop and be like, yo, do the dance to my song, bro. Do the dance to my song. Fire emoji, fire emojis. And he's just spamming it to everybody, and everybody's clowning him like, yo. But it's like, at least he's doing something. You feel me? He's making content around his song. Y'all are not far in age, dog. Y'all are damn near the same age, bro. So you might want to start. You're independent now, bro. I don't think that you are with a label. I'm not sure, but you might want to figure it
You're
out.
the guy that dropped hits in the past.
This
He's
is
got
what you
platinum
do.
Records. What do you
This is
mean?
your
Like, yo,
job.
react to my stuff. And it's funny because he reposts Black Boy Max liking.
Let's see this. DDG, react to that album, boy. Might as well react to the album too, since we cool now, Playboy Max. Where the reaction at? When have you ever seen Neon react to an album though? But okay.
Story about him and getting him to
Okay.
react to it. And this is what happens when you don't develop relationships, because like I said, with an
Now you gotta
Offset-
beg.
And we're not comparing the popularity level of Offset and TJ, because Offset clearly has done far more in his career, even in his solo career. I would say his solo career is, let's just say Offset historically.
Yes, solo career Offset is bigger than Lil TJ's solo career. Yes, stop it. Let's not disrespect Set, bro.
Has a bigger stamp in hip-hop history than Lil Tjay. I think we can all agree on that there without getting into arguments about their solo careers and the success that they had there. But if Offset dropped something, we would have heard about it. Other people would have posted it. People would have talked about it, even if he dropped it independently. Why? Because Offset has maintained relationships. Offset's got a good relationship with academics. Offset's got relationships with many of these people. If Offset were to just hit somebody up in the DMs, that's a popular page, and it's talking about the situation, like, yo, the first time Offset drops a track after the shooting incident, we would hear about it. Granted, Offset did do an interview with the biggest agency.
Bro got an IV on his.
They had to have paid him, or some gambling thing was going on there, because it was odd. And that one didn't do crazy numbers. Like, it did okay. I think it's like 100K or something like that on YouTube, but it didn't proliferate through the internet. And that was the first interview he did after being shot. But I think that's more so a failure of marketing from their end, as opposed to Offset not being in demand. But the point here is that Offset has relationships. Lil Tjay does not. And people want Lil Tjay to lose. And on top of that, what do you mean DDG reacting to it? This guy doesn't even understand the content landscape too. When
Neither of those two, Neon and DDG, I don't see DDG really reacting to albums for real. But I think he just reacted to the Playboy Max album though. Two of them. So he does react to the albums. The main person that you wouldn't even get access to, I ain't gonna lie, if you came back. Big KC3000, you know what I'm saying? The main reactor, the guy who makes it's a make or break to your album. Success rate, gang. I ain't gonna lie, and he may be coming back, but even then, it's cooked now.
has Neon ever sat down and
It's
listened
cooked
to
now.
an album from start to finish? This guy
And they cool with Kai. DDG cool with Kai, so you think DDG gonna react to your shit? I don't know.
can't even go 2 seconds outside in public without looking at his chat.
Look at
He's got the
Jello.
most cooked
Jello,
attention
you too
span
cool for
of
school and
nearly
all
any
that.
streamer you could possibly think of. And you're telling him, like, yo, where's the reaction? He doesn't react to music.
Whoa.
The only person on this list that really reacts to music is Blackboy Max. DDG is on tour. And this is...
Oh, and he
so
on
not
tour.
only
Yeah, I
does he not
forgot.
understand the context of these streamers and the type of content that they do, but there's a lack of tact and empathy for their situations. Like DDG is live streaming every single day right now, and he's on tour and he's performing every day. And you're asking him to react to your full album. Dog, what? No, question number one, when has DDG fully reacted to an album? Maybe he's close enough to where like DDG's a rapper, he's a hip hop artist, so it makes sense if he would listen to an album more so than Neon. Neon is just collaborating with you on some sort of like content tip and like IRL, something like that. And then if music can be woven into that,
I don't even think that he can
works.
fully like his brain capacity is not even there to where he can sit down and consume a full album on stream, dog. I don't even know how he reacted to Tory Lane's last album. Bro wasn't even locked in for real. I don't think so, bro. His attention span is like the size of a fucking apple seed, nigga. Like I don't know.
DDG,
So you
sure, we'll
maybe
give
it's
a
just
little bit more leeway there, but
the
DDG
engagement.
is gonna stop what he's doing to listen to your album and play it publicly when there's no demand for it after you asked for it publicly. Man, hell nah, that ain't happening.
He's all
And
about
I don't
the
know why he
benefit.
couldn't ask in the DMs either. So that's a lack of care for other people, which Lil Tjay has
look corny.
none of. And then Plaqueboy Max is like, yo, might as well react to it since we're cool now. This is the one that makes the most sense, to be fair. But after you smoked in the dude's house, you don't think that he has like a sour taste in his mouth? Pause.
Ain't no
Or
pause,
no pun
nigga.
intended, I should say. From you doing that, even if you patch things up, like it
Sour
would make
taste in his
sense if
mouth.
you hopped on his stream
pun
and you
intended.
did it in the booth, and then you play a song off of your album. That makes sense, but you would have to understand the landscape of content to even think of that. And Lil Tjay, I don't think he's thinking that far. So Lil Tjay, this is a disaster. This might sell. This might be a copper plate. This might be, as a matter of fact, this might be one of the old stale styrofoam plates that they hand you. And when they put the pizza and when they throw not only the pizza, when they throw the sloppy joe on it, the plate just breaks. That's how old it is. It can't even hold the weight of the lunch food that they're
Why it gotta
throwing
be
on
old?
there. So you got to
Yeah,
have the
I
sliced
see what you're
apples.
saying.
You got to hold
about to
those
say,
in
why
your
it gotta be
pocket,
sloppy joe,
obviously.
though?
You got to take a couple of those packs because if you put them on there, everything's just going to break apart. That's what this album might end up doing first week. And
I gotta
it is
listen and see what's
sad.
up.
Do I feel bad for Lil Tjay? There is a part of me that always has a soft spot for somebody that put a lot of work into their art and packaged it and put it out into the world and had an expectation for it to do something.
Man,
and it
forget all
falls
that, bro.
Not just flat, but it falls on deaf ears. There's always a part of me that has a feeling for that, but the behavior of Lil Tjay over the past
After this whole situation, whether we did it or not, I really wouldn't feel bad at all, and I would not react to your stuff at all. Maybe we cool now and stuff like that, and we squashed it. I was still like, damn, the way you just act into it, might as well react to the album too. Now that we cool, nigga, what? All right, boys. With that being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all comment down below your thoughts. Leave a like and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Noise Squad. We is on our way to 10K now. Let's get there. With that being said, we locked in. Let's get it.